So what does it mean to take responsibility for yourself? Well, there are legal definitions. There are social definitions. There are personal definitions. But ultimately, they all depend upon your choice of spiritual definition. And there are two basic choices here. One, we are animals, if not machines, driven inexorably by our desires, our instincts, and our fears. Or we have free will. And no matter what we go through, we are responsible for the choices we make. Actually, the question should be put slightly in a different form. We don't have free will. We are free will. Let's do a little thought experiment. Imagine, if you can, that we are created by God. Now, if we are just animals or machines, then we are extensions of God's will. We are not individuals. We are not persons. We cannot help whatever we do. And it's all in the hands of one Creator, who, if He designs the world like this, and we don't have any real choice in the matter, must be a monster. On the other hand, if He creates us as free beings, that is the essence of our being. We could not exist apart from that free will, that freedom. And if we exist as free beings, then we can ask the question, who is responsible for the evil in the world? Is it God? Or is it us? Because if we are free in the very essence of our being, we must be free to choose evil as well as good. Now, what the nature of evil is, and what the nature of good, that's a question to be determined, to be answered later on. But why would God create free beings and give them the possibility of making such a mess of the world and causing so much suffering to one another? Well, the Gospel of John gives an answer to that question. The Gospel of John says that God is love. And all love is, in essence, relationship. Now, that is the meaning of the doctrine of the Holy Trinity in Christianity. For God to be love, there must be relationship in God. 3 is the number of personal relationship, not 2. Have you ever been, especially in an intimate personal relationship, and you feel like you want to go one way, but the relationship is demanding that you go another way? The logic of the relationship is something over and above the 2 people in it. It doesn't exist apart from the 2 people in it, but it's something over and above the 2 people in it. It is a third, we could say, spiritual entity. Well, there we have, in God, the Father in relationship with the Son, and the Holy Spirit is that relationship. Now, this doesn't mean that God is some kind of impersonal force. Love is not an impersonal force. Love is personal. That's its very nature. So God is person. We are persons. God has created us as persons with free will, with reason, and with responsibility that goes with all that. So to take responsibility for oneself is to recognize that in everything one does, there is choice. One is not driven by anything unless one allows oneself to be. Now, I'm not talking about, emotion versus reason, because reason, true reason, is not something in the head. It's at the center of one's being, the heart. And you get there not by repressing or, as they say, regulating your emotion, but by suffering your emotion. That's what passion is about. Passion isn't about a guy just finding his wife in bed with another guy and then killing them both. That's not a crime of passion. Somebody who does that, at heart, is stone cold dead. Passion means suffering. It means experiencing your emotion, not acting it out. That's one way of avoiding emotion. The other ways to avoid emotion are repression. You don't let yourself feel it. Or just going with it, whichever way it goes. But suffering the emotion, experiencing it deeply, that takes you to your heart. And there is a creative fire that can melt down anything that comes your way and make it into something new. But the catch is you have to be centered there. So you have to make that choice if you want to be fully human, if you want to realize your true nature. And that means, yes, suffering, but suffering that will transform you and make you someone who can endure anything for the sake of love.